Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome. So, how has your weekend been? How was your week so far? Please let me know down in the comment field if you're watching this on replay, and don't forget to give my live a thumbs up. It really does help with all the YouTube algorithms, and I don't know what. I'm not really an expert on those. I just know that it helps. So yeah, hope you had a great week. Oh, did I just show up now? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, if you're watching this on replay, please do the hashtag replay. And yeah, we're waiting on people to trickle in. I think it's a bit confusing because hi Angel, how are you? How are you doing, love? Yeah, we had the time change, so everything's a little confusing because this is an hour early for you guys than the last time. But yeah, how are you doing, Angel? Did you have a great week? Don, hi, how are you doing? Hope you had a great week. So did you ditch the other live you were in, or did she enter live? Mm. Hope you had a great week, everybody. My week was fine. Yeah, didn't have Rosa. Hi, Melanie. Bonjour. I'm not very good at French, but I can say that. I hope you had a great week too. I didn't have Rosa because she was sick after Easter. Hi, Francesca. How are you? Yeah. Angel, can I get some prayers, please? My husband just passed away unexpectedly, and I'm not. Oh, Angel, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. And you're in here? Oh, Angel, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, Angel. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. Oh. Yeah, please send some prayers and some love to Angel. That must be horrible. Yeah, I can't imagine. I'm speechless. I'm wow. Um, yeah. I hope you have people around you that can support you and help you when you need it. No, help you even if you don't know you need it. Because I know. Oh, your oldest is coming up today for a visit. That's good. That's good. Then you're not alone. Do you know what happened, if I may ask? You don't have to answer. You don't have to answer. But yeah, wow. I mean, 2 hours, that isn't that far away. Even here, we did that once, drove 2 hours to visit my sister. So, oh no, Dawn, and you had a bad week? That is a lot of bad news from the beginning. I hope it gets better, Dawn. Bad news, bad news. Well, I can tell you some good news. We had great weather both today and yesterday. I don't know what's going on, but apparently, oh, you had a heart attack, Angel? Oh my God. Yeah, those you can't do much about if you're not there when it happens. So when did it happen, if I may ask? Just today or during the week? That must have been horrible to come home and then expect somebody to be there and they're laying there. Oh my God. Yeah, that must have been a horrible sight. 15 days? Well, that's still not a long time. How old was he, Angel? I'm guessing that he was way too young. Yeah. Those heart attacks. 60, 60. That is too young. That is way too young. I had my paternal grandfather died from a heart attack. We had just spent the entire day, the entire family had spent the day together celebrating Easter. And then everybody left. And a few hours later, he got a heart attack. So at least he had that great memory, And my paternal grandmother, oh my God, English again today, had that to think about, that they have had a great day together. How old was he? Oh my God, now I have to think. I can't think. He was in his 60s as well, way too young. So yeah, that is, yeah, horrible. Do you have? We have that over here, but it, of course, it you have somebody has to be there, but we have what's called heart runners. So if you call 911 with a heart attack, you have this, you know, they push a button when they know which area it is, and every heart runner in the area within a few kilometers or so gets a bus on their phone if they have the app, and then you get the address and where the nearest is it AED machine, that one you put, and then it, I don't know, they get that one and then they run to the patient, and then they begin CPR until the ambulance and the paramedics get there. Often it saves lives because they can get there so much faster. I don't know if you have that in the US and where everybody is. We've got that a few years here. I think it's a great idea, that you can save lives, especially if you live, you know, further away from a hospital. I mean, depending on where the ambulances is, we have about 20 minutes to the nearest hospital. So if they are at the hospital, it'll take them 20, 25 minutes to get here, depending on how fast they're driving, of course. But yeah, so it's, I mean, if it happens out here and somebody can be there within minutes, right, Don? And it is run by um, what's the word? People are doing it in their own free time, right? I mean, the idea is lovely. I I have considered it, but I'm not a very fast runner, so no. Maybe somebody should suggest it. Volunteers, that's the word. Thank you. I know I can count on you guys. But yeah, that's, I mean, the idea is great. I don't know if they have it anywhere else, but I think it's because they saw that, especially when you live away. I mean, even 20 minutes, 25 minutes here, what can you do? And yeah, but I do hope that other countries get it eventually. Who would you? Because this is it came as a suggestion, I think, from our politicians, and then it reached got out to the different regions. We have 5 regions in Denmark. And the region I'm living in was actually the last one to sign up for it. And I have no idea how long it's been by now, at least 2 or 3 years. And I know somebody out here in my tiny village survived because of it. So, and the next village over. But yeah, I've been up early today, 2.5 hours earlier than usual, because Rosa had her recital today in gymnastics. So I had to pick them up at what, 20 to 9, 20 to 10. And I had to get up and get dressed and have something to eat. And I couldn't have gotten up a little later, but I got up with David because he had a biking event this season for their racers began today. So yeah, so I got up with him, and he left at 5 to 9, I think. And then I was having breakfast and cuddling the kitties, and then I left. She wasn't really. It was so fun when I picked them up. Them is Rosa, her dad, and mom. So it was just the four of us out there. And when I picked her up, she was hyped and like, yes, and recital, and I was looking forward to it, and showing me her little um, pig braids. And then when we got there, and I, walked her to where we were meeting, and she found out that I wasn't going to walk in with her, she wasn't very happy about it. I was like, Rosa, this is a big girls group, team. So you're walking in with the other kids and your trainers. And she wasn't sure that she wanted to do that. So she has this little toy dog that we brought just, because she wanted it. So I got to pick up that dog and go back with it. So she had that one. And she didn't let it go the entire recital, but it was okay. I mean, she's the group is well, the team is 3 and 4 year olds, so I'm guessing that's just how it is. But she did good. And then there were some who did line dance, and then we had uh, some of the older kids who did um, flips and backwards thingies and all of that kind of stuff. And then we have, yeah, I think so, Francesca. It is really the first time. The past 2 years, she and I has done it together. But on the regular days, she's been fine. Maybe because, she could just, and, walk out the door and I was right there. And today it was, in front of people and, hey, sis, how are you doing? Driving home? But yeah, she did good. And she didn't come running until they were done. I think she has one of the trainers. The head trainer is called Camila. She's an amazing person. She has grasped grasped Rosa right from the beginning. She kind of gets her, and whenever she gets a little, well, a kid don't get moody, but a little shy and stuff, she just grabs her. She gets her, and she brings her back in. And if she doesn't really want to do stuff, then, Rosa comes to wherever she is, um, and she just sits there. And then when she's ready, she can jump right back in. No! What happened? Why aren't you driving? What happened to your kid? Or is she at the school this weekend? But yeah. Then when she was done, she came over. But yeah, I have the funniest video because when the line dancers came in, they started out with asking whoever in the audience wanted to could come down and do a little dance with them. And Rosa wanted to dance, so she grabbed her mom and made her go with her. Rosa didn't really dance a whole lot. She was more skipping and jumping around. But Rosa's mom, had to do whatever the trainer said. But yeah, she did good. So I have a video of that just because. But it ended up. Oh no, both a dentist and a doctor's. That is a horrible day already. But yeah, but that dance didn't end so well because Rosa was a little too wild, so she fell and smacked her chin in the floor. Thank God it's a wooden floor; it isn't concrete. But yeah, that didn't end so well. But thank God she's very fast at being comforted. I mean, even when we've been to gymnastics, whenever she fell and hurt herself, she comes up, cuddles a little, and gets something to drink, and then she's ready to move on again. But yeah, they had a guest gymnastics team coming from the Danish gymnastic. Um, it's called DGI, Danish Gymnastic, whatever. I can't translate it. And they were amazing. I mean, they started out with having kind of a black, no, not black, gray suit on, and they were all blindfolded, and they walked in in the as they were in the corners, and they walked into the middle of the place blindfolded, and I was like, yeah, I would have tripped over my own feet 10 times over. But yeah, Leah, who what? But yeah, they were great, and you can see that they are on a higher level than this little. I don't know. I don't have no idea where they came from. Just diggy. They have these gray pants and a great gray shirt on, and yeah, really really great. I was like, this is good, but it's. I talked to my brother about this. I was in the same um, see words again. But I did gymnastics the same place as Rosa did when I was a child, and there were 5 or 6 teams today. Back when I did gymnastics, in a recital like this, there would be at least 12, 13 teams. So I was like, this is small compared to back then. I mean, they began at 10:45, 10:30, and we were done by 12:15, 12:20. I mean, so a few hours. Maybe. I'm not really sure. It doesn't say. It just says guest team. Hang on. I have the program. Let's see. It says DGI Southeast Jylland mini rep. So probably not the elite team. But they were great. And we have to sing in everybody. I was like, huh. Oh. No, nothing for Rosa. I just saw that they had some spring teams as well. But yeah. Oh, Zumba. Yeah, my body ain't doing that. I tried and I had more pain. Yeah, I think it is, Nina. I think it is. But they were really, really good. But I was sitting, when I was a kid, we had both had the little balls that team had. We had the what are they called in English? The stick with a long piece of fabric after it. Uh, yeah, I think it is. I think it is, Leah. What is it called? I know the Danish word for it, but that doesn't help any of you guys. But anyway, we did all kind of stuff, and today it's kind of like, yeah, we do a little jumping and crawling and stuff like that. And I was like, where's everything else? I mean, but yeah, they did good. And Rosa was very proud of herself. And then when we were ready to leave, Rosa turns around, looks at me, and go, Auntie, are you staying a bit when we go home? I was like, sure. Wimple. So I was like, yeah, sure. Can you give me a cup of coffee? She looked at me like, no, but Daddy can. I was like, okay, but don't you and Daddy live in the same house? Yes, this is very tentative. So you have the coffee too? Like, but Auntie, I don't drink coffee. Like, well, that one I get. So then when we got home, she got her little chocolate as you usually do. And then my brother had poured up the coffee for me. And Rosa said, Auntie, I'm going to get it for you. It was kind of cute. So she came very slow, very careful with the mug. And he looked at me, Auntie, I'm going very, very carefully so I don't spill the coffee. It's hot. It's like, oh. But yeah, adorable one. And then she started telling me about her sticker books and a magnet book. I haven't heard about that before, but I found some later. But yeah, I hadn't heard about that. A book with magnets in it. This one was Peppa Pig. So she started telling me on all the pages and who was there and what they were doing. And yeah. So yeah, and I asked her what she wanted for her birthday, and she said dinosaurs and a princess. And then I was like, if everybody comes with a dinosaur and a princess, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some repeats. But yeah, remember to hydrate, you guys. It's important. Angie, hang on. Let's see what Angie. Oh, she's having breakfast. Okay. I was just like, what? What? Why is Angie writing home again? Where were you? But yeah, Angie's having breakfast. She was live 3 hours yesterday, so I don't feel bad about mine being a few hours. I really don't. But yeah, how was your weekend, Nina? Angie asked yesterday if our package had arrived yet, and I have to say no because Ascendia takes forever to arrive over here. Who was it? I think it was Diane that told her it can take up to a month, and I was like, yeah, well, the few times that Diamond Art Club used Ascendia overseas, it took me, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. Right? That is a long time. Oh, you drove your nephew home. Okay. I don't think it's going to take a month, but Ascendia is very slow. I mean, almost 3 weeks for one of my diamond paintings. At least I'm glad that I have a stash that I mean, I'm not going to run out of any, but they've gone back to DHL again. And more often than not, they ship them express. So I have them, in a few days or so. That's good. I'm over here going like, why? There you go. Thank you. Sorry. Stop it! My phone is weird. Hang on. There you go. Thank you. Nina, it's been okay. Going to get acupuncture tomorrow. Hope so much it helps with pain in my frozen shoulder. It's driving you crazy. I get that. Yeah, I can imagine. I hope it helps. I would never in a million years let somebody punch in a million little needles in me. I don't like needles. I am terrified of needles. I mean, they can draw my blood and stuff like that, but yeah. You have extra kiddos today? Well, I only have Rosa. she before I left, she asked me, Auntie, am I going to you tomorrow? I said, yes, I'm gonna pick you up from kindergarten. Like, okay. So what do you want to do tomorrow? And go, can we go outside? She said, sure. If the weather is fine, we can go outside. And I have some crayons that you can use outside on the sidewalk. She was, can we do that? She said, yeah, if it's dry. I mean, we can't do it if it's raining. So she was like, oh, do you have a playground? I was like, not nearby. But if we drive from here a little earlier, we can go find a playground. So yeah. What, Nina? It is not with needles. It's a small ball they stick on with small band-aids. Ah, okay. Don't think I've heard about that before, but okay. You drove Jamie home and Emily is still there. Don't they have school tomorrow? Or is she going home a little later? Melanie. Frozen shoulder is the worst. Had it in my left, then in my right shoulder. Had surgery in my left shoulder to repair a tear. Then had a frozen shoulder in the left again. Oh no. Oh, Melanie, that's. Yeah, ribbons, right, but those 5 meter long ones. And imagine, like, I was, I think, 8 the first time we did a recital with one. So that thing is like 5 meters long, and I was, what, a meter and 20 or something. I was always a short girl, I'm still not very tall. But so, yeah, that was interesting. I never got tangled because, we did practice. Practice during the year. Oh my God. Yeah, frozen shoulder is the worst. Got mine fixed at the hospital in 2017. I can't talk today. It must be a Sunday thing. Anyway. Oh, it's just because I have a, ribbon. Ribbon is, the things that you tie around a package. But yeah, that is okay. Well, we used those, and I didn't see even one of those today. I saw balls, those little ones that usually gymnastic team uses, and I saw, well, not really anything else. But yeah, good day. And Rosa was proud, and everybody said she was good. Her mom said, "You did good, Rosa." Rosa looked up at her and said, "I know." So she has self confidence. That is a good thing. Oh, Francesca, how is your event going? I forgot to see not Mindy. Yeah, Mindy's video the other day. Sorry. I forgot to see the video the other day. I have to do that. But again, I'm behind. I mean, I just saw Lisette's new video today. Her stash video, accountability stash video. She bought 10 diamond paintings in the first month, and I'm like, wow. But then again, she didn't have anything. So, can't wait to see what she's working on. She wouldn't share any of them. And I'm like, woman, oh, it's really Mindy's event, but I think there is a good participation. That is cool. Oh, I thought that you were a part of it. Okay. And I lost my train of what were we talking about? My brain. So how many of you are doing the J-Wall event? Angie's live yesterday, a few of them were doing the J-Walls. See, we were talking about Lisette, right? Yeah, I mean, isn't it a bit cruel not to show her diamond paintings? And she's doing these videos where she chooses some diamond paintings with the same theme, but those she starts this week. You're sponsoring the grand prize. Of course you are. So what is the grand prize? Just because I'm curious as bleep. I was in the announcement live that Debbie and Angie did for the J-Wall event, and Josephine Wall is actually one of the sponsors. That is, I mean, I was floored when they told that she is sponsoring a coloring book. So that is amazing. I mean, and she told Debbie that she was following along last year. It hasn't been announced, Francesca. Okay. Darn it, I'm too curious for that. Uh, but yeah, she had been following along last year and was so impressed with people because she doesn't diamond paint herself. So she loved seeing her artwork turned into diamond painting. And she would definitely be following along again. She doesn't do Facebook. So yeah. And then of course, Melanie, you don't own any J walls nor any Dakotas, so not participating. I'm doing diamonds in the rough. Oh, that one is beautiful too. Yeah, I don't have any J walls. I do have one Dakota, but I'm working on my threads of the universe right now. I just finished her face today. Oh my god, she's beautiful. I can show you her face. Hang on. Um, just have to find the picture. Come on. Thank you. Trying to find the picture here for you guys. But there and there, and then we go back here and here, and Nina, maybe you can explain. If you join an event, is the winner of the prizes the one that finishes first, or how does it work? Usually it's a draw. Often when you have prizes, you have to enter some Google form, either, well, sometimes you both have to enter with a start picture, and then when you're done, you have to fill out another Google sheet with, a picture of the finished one, or if there's a size. Hi, Berta. How are you doing? You're just looking. Okay. So if you have to do a 30 by 40 or 40 by 50, then you have to show that you did that size. And then they use a random picker or a number picker, whatever, and they draw the winners. So yeah, that's usually how it goes. So I hope you can see it. Let's go back. Oh, you're doing better. I'm so happy to hear that, Berta. Can you see the picture? I hope you can see it. But her face turned out so much better than I feared. And yes, we have the mess of my threats of the universe. Nina, that depends on the event. Some usually have some prize for the internationals. Mostly it's a gift card or something. Others, if you can win, but you have to pay shipping above some amount. It's individual. It depends on whatever whoever hosting the event or who's giving the grand prize away. Yeah, thank you, Nina. I know, Francesca, a lot of people is doing it. I was worried about her face. And I do have a few drills that I'm like, I mean, for instance, um, I have a gray one right there. And I am like, should I maybe change that one? Because it looks a little weird. And I am considering, maybe doing something with her lips, but I'm not sure. Sure, Nina. Wanna stop again. But yeah. I just finished the second half of my face today because I was like, I need to finish it so I can see it and get a picture so I can show it. But yeah. And her hair is amazing. I did have a picture of that one too, didn't I? Hang on. That paper was bugging me. Oh, right there. And go back. We have here. I didn't stream. That's not how we do it. Look at her hair. Isn't it great? I mean, I love her hair. The only thing that is a little sad is that you can't see the planet that it is knitted. That is a little sad. Which is, again, why I would have wished that it was a little bigger. But yeah. But it's kind of fun. I know all the stars were supposed to be AB 141, the white one, but I decided to put crystal 5200s in instead, just because I think I'm gonna need to change those up here because that is an entirely different color. It isn't even ABs, but I think those are supposed to be stars as well, maybe. And there is so much, so many fairy dust in it. Um, Not so bad, really. There are confetti, but there's also color blocking. I mean, like, look at all those white clumps. And yeah, I mean, I think especially as you go down, you do get a little more color blocking. You still have confetti, of course, but her hair is a lot of confetti. So, yeah. But I mean, I do love confetti, so it isn't an issue for me. What am I? Oh, but yeah. I'm halfway. I'm a little over halfway, so I'm like, this isn't gonna take that long. But then again, I mean, compared to this one, it's the breeze. And then when I'm done with Threads of the Universe, I think I'm gonna start my summer with the Masters Diamond painting. I just need to figure out which one. I have one from Lazy River Diamond Painting. I can't remember the name of it. And then I have Zodiac by Alphonse Mucha from Diamond Art Club. So I'm like, which one to do? That is that is the only two I have. Yeah, that is. I mean, I still have. I don't know, a week or week and a half to decide. So yeah, and that one I'm gonna, maybe, do a eeny meeny miny mo, or let David decide or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know, maybe I wanna save the Lazy River one for another time, and then do the Zodiac, just because people tell me that the rendering is a little rough, so I want to get it out of the way, and the coloring is, I know, a little boring, but I know there are. Nina, the masters are the old painters like Alphonse Mucha, the scan painters, Gustav Klimt, all the older ones. I think this year it has to be from before 1928. Yeah, 28 or 27. It's when the copyright is past due, whatever. But most people do paintings from, the old painters, the old sculptures, stuff like that. And a lot of people love Klimt, Mucha, John William Goodwater, whatever. Nina, if you have a Van Gogh picture, I mean, you can go to Billy Blum's. They have that Starry Night one. I did that. No, I didn't do that as a Summer with the Masters one, but they have that one mostly. But yeah, and they have a few on Diamond Art Club. Um, yeah, I have subscribed for information. If they have I think it's a Van Gogh with the red flowers. I've subscribed to get, please inform me, please notify me when it's back in stock, just because it's beautiful. And it's a smaller one. So if I decided that I didn't want to do a big one, Don has sent me a picture. Hang on, what did I do with my phone? Apparently, I have an affinity for losing my phone today. Earlier, when we had dinner, I was like, I wonder where my phone ended up. But I did find it again. Dawn. Oh, that is beautiful, Dawn. Hang on. We're gonna, we're gonna find it, and messages, and Dawn, and you're halfway done. It's beautiful. I love the birdies. Hang on. The birdies, the birdies. There you go. And hang on, let's go back again so I can see. It's beautiful, Dawn. I love the flowers. Are those hummingbirds? Yeah, the hummingbirds. I wished we had hummingbirds in Denmark, but it's just too cold. I would love, I've seen people, stretching out their fingers and then they have hummingbirds landing on them. I'm like, where do I have to go to have that happen to me? Because I would love to hold a hummingbird or a koala for that matter, or a um, whatever animal. I just love animals. But it's beautiful, Dawn. And it looks like you're halfway. But yeah, I was looking a at a knitting yesterday, and I have to show you because it's beautiful. It's a dress for baptizing, and it's so beautiful. I have this idea that I want to knit one of those one day. I have several um, patterns by now, but this one is so beautiful. You've held a manta ray? Ah, that is cool, Francesca. I've we have an aquarium here where you can, they have this big um, basin filled with saltwater fish that you can, put your hand in, and then you can slide them with the fish. You can't grab them, of course, but you can let them slide over your hands. That was amazing. But yeah, I think this one is beautiful. I might have to get that pattern as well. I think I have 10 baptized dresses pattern by now. Um, but I don't know. I can just knit it and sew it, of course, and it's gonna take forever. But wouldn't it just be so much more fun to knit it and then somebody is gonna? Your husband thought you were nuts, Francesca. I would love to do that as well. I mean, it's the same with a raccoon. They look so adorable. I would love to hold a raccoon. I know that they're dangerous and stuff, but can you imagine a little bitty raccoon baby? So yeah. Nina, did you see that picture I have on my screen? And anybody else, by the way. But it's a beautiful dress. Yeah, oh my god. I have so many animals. I want to hold a parrot. I haven't ever held a parrot. Um I know, but I didn't say it was supposed to be right now. I'm gonna knit it. I have it right over here, but it is a pretty dress. But yeah, Berta, I have a list this long with stuff I'm gonna knit. Don, you had a parrot? We had a pet food shop years ago in town, and they had this I mean, big parrot. It was green and blue, and its name was Jacob. Until they found out that it was a girl, then it was Jacobina, whatever a girl's name of it. Um, but yeah, and she was talking whenever you came into the shop. She was like, "Hello," and hang on, Berta. I have a sweater that I wanted, like just needed for Katja. Oh, okay, Berta. Pictures. Let's talk. Yeah, but cockatoos are amazing too. They can. Can you imagine learning a bird how to speak? I would love that. So anyway, that bird, then again, when you left, it said goodbye. And then if you asked it something, it had to be a yes or no question, like, "Are you a good girl?" Then she would said no or yes, depending on what she meant. I'm like, and sometimes if she said yes, the owner would be like, "No, you've been a bad girl today," and she would look over and say, "Sorry." Yeah, that was one smart cookie. That one. They are, Francesca. I mean, my parents had birds when I was very, very little. But one time my dad sat on one. At least that's what they told me. And another time, my mom had the window open in the winter, and the birds was close by, so they died of cold. I'm like, and I was like you're not allowed to have any more animals in your house, but because apparently you're killing them. Melanie, my mom had made my christening dress out of her wedding dress. I had so many people do that. And my first communion dress, too. My three boys were christening with the same dress, and so were my nephews. Ah, we have a christening dress in my dad's family, and I think the first ones that used it was my dad and his siblings, and then me and all my cousins and my brother and my sister Leah, if she's still in here, we all wore it, and now their kids are wearing it. So yeah, the only one who hasn't been christened in it was Rosa, because she didn't get she wasn't baptized until she was a year old, so she couldn't fit it. But yeah, she's the only one. I made her dress. Well, I knitted it. It was red. Ah, Francesca. So, but I have a suspicion we're going to meet in person next month. Do tell. Nina, I have a sweater my sister-in-law has wanted. I have the yarn and pattern and everything. I just can't do it. Why not? So I have to find someone who can knit it for me somehow. Why can't you knit it, Nina? I'm still working on dishcloths. But yeah, Francesca, I told Mindy to keep it a surprise, but she said people would find out. Which, I mean, hello, where are you gonna meet? I want to know. Where are you guys gonna meet up? And had my sister left the premises again? Sorry, that was loud. And you do know that there is no such thing as surprises in the diamond painting community. Cheers. Melanie, I think it's a retreat. We need to do a retreat over here. Francesca, well, I know she reached out to everyone and I know how generous you are. I suspected you have now confirmed. See, you're just dancing around here. Melanie, wouldn't it be fun if we had? I'm gonna assume you're from France or are you from Canada? But I would love to have a um, a retreat over here. What did you send, Nina? Oh, yeah. For some reason, I'm not really a big fan of Drop's design. But yes, I can keep a secret. Ask Timor. She was surprised. Yeah. Francesca, Mindy is hosting the Mingle in the Middens retreat in early May. It is in Michigan, so I decided to go because it will be relatively close to me. Okay. And Melanie is in Canada, so there's no retreats. Hmm. Yeah, there's no retreats over here as well. Oop, that was my husband. I would love a retreat, or maybe win like a gazillion dollars, and then I could travel to the U.S. to enter retreats. I mean, most of them are in May and June, so be over there for a few months and then go from retreat to retreat to retreat. That would be fun, right? Mm. Nina, I've sent you a picture of the sweater, and I just can't do this kind of pattern. I have tried so hard. You can't do it with the two colors at a time? Okay. You can't knit with more than one color? I can teach you. Melanie, a gazillion dollars would be good, right? Nina, aren't there a kind of retreat in Fanny every year? Yeah, but I'm talking diamond painting. I have a knitting retreat every year, but that's not diamond painting. I want to take part in diamond painting retreat. You bring a diamond painting, and it can either be with frills or without frills, and you just spend time together. You chit chat and you eat too much, and I guess. Do you have meals included when you go to retreat? And like cake and coffee? Or am I maybe a little spoiled from my knitting retreat because we're well, I still have the joke that we're being starved. I think some of you might remember that from last year. Well, when we get there, we have coffee, then we have dinner, then we have coffee, then breakfast, coffee, lunch, coffee, dinner. You know, yeah, we have so much food. It's ridiculous. I mean, last year I missed dinner on Saturday because I wasn't hungry and I needed a nap and I needed some, time away from people talking all the time. Yeah. I mean, a weekend, I have a loose drill. Yeah. I would do a meals are included. Okay. I just heard people saying you bring your own snacks, and I was like, wait, don't you have coffee and tea and cake and whatnot? Or do you really have to bring your own snacks? I mean, it wouldn't be an issue, but yeah. Bring your diamond painting instead of knitting. I could do that. I mean, then I can have both, and I inspire others and might turn into both diamond painting and knitting retreat. Yeah. I could bring sorry, my Flintstones one. That one isn't so big. It's practically a mini one compared to some of the other ones. I do you remember I said I got the free the Elves diamond painting for Black Friday 2 years ago, and I kind of regretted it because it's almost pure color blacking. Well, I had the friend that was here about 14 days ago. She's a diamond painter, and her mother-in-law is a diamond painter, and her sister-in-law is a diamond painter, and her mom, by the way. So the entire family is diamond painting. And she was, we were looking at my diamond paintings, and she went, "Oh, my mom just loves Dobby and Harry Potter. That would be so fun if we can get that one for me too, so I can make it for her." And I just reach for it and say, "There you go." I mean, I'm not gonna use it. It's gonna end up sitting here forever until I decide that I wanna do a color blocking hell. So I lost the diamond painting. Well, I didn't lose it. I gave it away. Melanie, okay, retreats needs to include a hybrid portion for the people to join virtually. Maybe a 2 to 3 hour slot. See, wouldn't that be fun? If somebody would do kind of like a online retreats, maybe that would be fun. I don't know. I mean, in reality, one of these, or you can do a Zoom call or something like that, and you have a an online retreat kind of. I don't know. Put a hybrid portion. I have a question for you guys because we've been talking about doing of me doing a stash video, but they are so neatly stacked right now. So would it be a weird stash video if I kind of begun with showing this is where they are stacked, and then for the rest of it, I would show pictures. Put the pictures up on the screen and then tell the stats, how many colors, whatever. Would that be weird? Just because they're so neatly stacked in there, I don't want to pull all of them down again. I mean, I do have to whenever I need to find a picture, a new diamond painting kit, but yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about it last night. Could I do it like that? Would that be weird? Let me know. Would that be weird just to put in the pictures and then telling the stats? I mean, in my mind, it's a good idea, but you never know. You never know. I might just have crazy ideas that could very well be the deal. I wonder where Anthony is. He's out walking the dog. Melanie, no, not weird. Show your stack, then you go through your Gems Flow app or whatever system you use. I don't use Gems Flow. I use nothing really. I just know which ones I have because 99% of them is Diamond Art Club. And then I have two from Lazy River Diamond Painting. Yeah, I had one from Unimate. That one is done. And I had one from Enablers Outpost. That one is done as well. But yeah, don't say not weird. Do what makes sense to you. Yeah, because I want to have it done. I mean, we've been talking about it so long by now. And I was like, but yeah. Plus, I can do it in portions, so I don't have to do all of them in one day. But yeah, I'm going to work on that one. hmm And I don't have that many. I have about 50. 57, I think. No, 47. I don't have more than 50 right now. No, 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 no. And I only have one diamond painting that I have to have. And that is the Wizard Spell from Diamond Art Club. That one is sold out. That is the only one. When it's back in stock, it goes straight to me. But yeah. Other than that, I have nice to haves and whenever to have, but not have to have. Yeah. And then I have made a wish list on the webpage from Diamond Art Club, so I can see which one I have. And then I have made one with already done. So I was in looking at the ones that I have. And I think that I can do purely cat related diamond paintings for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It's like, okay, well, that's That is an idea for maybe next year or something. I don't know. Do a year of the cats. Yeah. I need no, I don't need. But it's kind of funny that I'm gravitating towards cat videos. I mean, I don't like cats, right? Oh, did you see my very 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 short video yesterday? Because the weather was so nice that the kitties got to go outside. They were very very happy, and they all ate grass for I don't know. One would think that they're cows or something because they went straight outside, starting eating grass, and I was like, okay. And then they threw up. I was like, why do you eat it if it's immediately making you throw up? I'm like, yeah. And the shedding. Oh my God. We were trimming their claws earlier today just because it was so long and we were being ripped to shreds whenever we were having them up because they were making biscuits, and they were trying to stay on our laps and stuff, and we were getting acupuncture every time. So they were done. I had issues getting them in again when it got colder. So, usually when we trim the claws, I have them in my lap, and David is doing the trimming. And because they're shedding so much, it looked like I had about a quarter of a cat on my top and on my pants when we were done. I was like, I need a vacuum or something. It was crazy. So much hair. I mean, red and black and gray. The best one to do this trimming is Pelle, the ginger one. He's just sitting there and he's looking down, kind of like, what are you doing? He is a little ticklish, though, so sometimes he's like doing like this because it tickles. But he's absolutely the best one. Then comes Max. He's a little more ticklish because of all the fur he has between his toe beans, but mostly he's just sitting as well. When he's almost done, he's kind of like, okay, I'm done. Bye bye. So I have to hold him a little tighter. But the two little ones, Spark and Flux, I have to get a firm grip in their necks, otherwise they're running off. They are so not a fan of getting their nails trimmed. I was like, you know what? If you were just sitting still, this would be over in a matter of minutes. It takes like 5 minutes per cat because they are trying to get loose. And it was so long, their claws. It was like, okay, we should have done this, I don't know, 10 days ago, or maybe 14 days ago. But yeah, I mean, it's a little tedious because the two of them are fighting so much. But it doesn't take that long. But the shedding, though, I'm kind of like, you can brush them, and then 2 minutes later they look like they haven't been brushed in 10 years. I mean, like, especially the two black ones, because the very inner of their fur is lighter than the outer portion of the fur, so you can see it. Dawn, my ragdoll lays in my lap to get her nails done. Oh, I'm pretty sure we could do that with Pelle and Max as well. It's just, it's kind of cuddly, I have them in my lap, they're sitting on the hind legs and then the tail down, of course. And they're just sitting and they're purring and whatnot. And yeah. And the little ones, I can't have those, just laying. Which one was it that I had that? We had one cat that I basically just laid down on her, on my lap or on the couch, and I just trimmed them. No issues at all. But not. not these two. I was like, and I hate that I have to, to grip them in the neck because I hate doing that to cats. But yeah, these two need it. I mean, they really need it. Otherwise, they would squirm their way out. I mean, even Fox, he's even though that I have a grip in him, he is trying to turn around 180 so that he can, get a hold of me and then run away. But yeah, and I mean they're gonna be 3 this year, so they had almost 3 years of it and still haven't gotten used to it. So yeah. But I refuse to go to the vet to have them done. I mean, we can do it. We had a cat. Oh my God. That was back in 2004. She was impossible. I mean, I had to get her to a scratching post and have her you kind of like around it, and then again a very very firm grip in her neck, and then David could trim them because none of us dared have her in our lap because she would go crazy. I mean, getting her in in anything was almost impossible. David had to do it because I couldn't. We ended up having to put her down when she was around a year and a half because she went crazy. I mean, her brain was whacked. But we didn't know what they came from. We got her from a shelter, her and her sister, and we think they were starved as small kittens because they would, I mean, the amount they could eat, and whenever you gave them food, they basically inhaled it. So, and that went on all the time. I mean, the one that we kept, sorry, um, learned it because because she was a lonely cat for quite some years. So she didn't have to fight over the food. So she learned, okay, food is there, nothing is going to happen to it. But while we had both of them, it was a fight to get food. Even water sometimes. I'm like, you do know that you have several bowls of water, you have several bowls of food, and nothing is gonna happen. The one that we kept, I remember a few months or so after we got him, I wanted to give them some meat, and I gave them, a slice of the meat that we were eating, and I was like, okay, I can give them a slice, and then they will, shred it apart. But no, no, that little one swallowed it whole, and then threw it back up immediately, and then started to shred it, and I was like, that's that's kind of silly, isn't it? But yeah, that's silly. I have to go to the office for a quick trip, so talk amongst yourselves for a while. Maybe Francesca has a question or somebody else has a question. I'll be back in a minute. And we're back again. And light. Ooh, I can see something again. You were all quiet? Oh no. How many of you used to go to used to go to Angie's live? Because I decided after being in her live several times, yeah, very, very quiet. Well, you got some diamond painting time then. I decided that it's okay that I have to go to the bathroom every now and then because she leaves her lives so often. I have to go get coffee. I have to go find this to show you, and I'm like, well, okay, I can take a 2 second break to yeah. Well, I have decided that this one, First of Universe, is going on my door when it's finished. I mean, right now I have a a print of the picture. So I was like, well, when it's done, I can just go over there. And then I have a bigger vision of it. Then you can look at two diamond paintings in my lives. Yeah. I also need to find this somewhere to hang this one. Yeah. Yeah, right, Melanie. She talks from other rooms. I mean, I guess it's when she's walking up the stairs and she's talking from there. Sometimes I go, what? Yeah, I love Angie. Not a bad word about her. Right, Don? Oh, the pastels. I love the pastels. I mean, Astronomer had so many amazing colors, and I loved it. But the pastels. And the pink. Oh my God, the pink. I mean, hang on. And the funny thing is, then when you look at it, it isn't. I'm gonna need this one back in. When you look at it, there is a lot of blue as well. I couldn't have all of them in here, but yeah, so many beautiful colors, and we have four ABs and a fairy dust. It's actually the first time that I'm working with a fairy dust, and it's so easy compared to doing ABs. I mean, you can just, and here we go with my funny thing again. I have, when I'm working right now, I have my North Alchemist pen that I used for the regular drills and fairy dust. And then I use this one for my ABs because I mean the glue dots get used when you use them for ABs. So, but yeah, you're right, Don. It will look really, really good against that black door. I really do. One day we need to change the doors. I'm like, who paints their doors black? But they were here when we bought the house, and it wasn't a priority. I mean, but yeah, they close, and but one day we want to have a wooden doors, where you can see the wooden color. Okay, Francesca, you're going out to enjoy some of the gorgeous sunny day. Hope you have a wonderful week, Francesca. Say hello to your hubby and enjoy your lunch if you're having that outside. I spent some time outside today. Just when I came home from the recital, I was like in the sun, just sucking in some D vitamin. Yeah. Don is saying bye to Francesca. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. How are you doing? Did did Rebecca enter her live now, or were you having lunch? Yeah. Rhonda. I think YouTube is weird. I got Francesca's message 3 times now. I was like, wait, what? Didn't I just read that one? I who was it? I sent a picture to Angie, I think, when I've done the top part. No, that's when I did half of her face. And on her trinket tray, I had one of these, the thank you, Rhonda. You had a good week? Yay, your snow is starting to melt. Yay. So it had one of these mini pens on the trinket tray. Is that a small one? It's like, yep, mini pens. So the funny thing is, this is supposed to be a temperature pen, whatever they're called, where they change colors. This part is supposed to be purple, but it lost the color. It is now kind of white, whatever. Yeah. And it doesn't help to put it in the freezer or whatever. I haven't tried the freezer. It's been in the refrigerator. Maybe I should try putting it in the freezer. Did you do the astronomer, Rhonda? I know so many people have done that one. Or people say, I have that one in my stash. I'm like, well, okay, do it. It's beautiful. But yeah. So I wonder how many diamond paintings I'm gonna finish this year. I mean, if this one is done within April, then I can do a old masters maybe in May, June, and July. I mean, depending on the size of it. And then I don't know. I want to do the Oakley Studio Virgo in September. I don't know. It's a good while out yet. I just know I'm gonna work on a old masters after this one. But I really enjoy it. And I also have to knit quite a lot because I'm having Melanie, you have to head out. You're starving. It's okay. Go have lunch. Bon appetit. And talk to you later. Thank you for being here. Bye. Everybody is leaving. Oh no. Oh well, I still have some people in here. Now you just have to chat with me. Otherwise, I'm sitting here chatting with myself, and I think that's going to be a little boring, right? I mean, I can, but it's more fun chatting to you guys. I have to get some. Maybe I should ask David to get some. He has one of those paper cutters, so that I can put in some dividers in my drills, leftover drills, because otherwise I'm gonna have an issue. Did Katie just announce the Summer with the Masters? Okay. Well, we knew it was gonna come, and Anthony is gonna co-host it. So yeah. So did he announce it as well? Usually they do it in the same day. Let's see. No? He didn't do the video yet. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna watch that one later when I'm diamond painting. I have 2 sections left on my third row. And if I counted correctly, I have two rows left. So yeah. No, I just checked. It isn't there yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go out today. I think maybe, but they usually put it up the same day. Yeah. Did any of you see the live they did Friday, him and Jade for their event? I was just in saying hello because it was about 2 a.m. here and I just wanted to say hi. And then I wrote something, well, I just want to say hi because I'm on my way to bed. And then Anthony went like, yeah, well, it's 2 a.m. Go to bed. And like, yeah, 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 yeah. Do not chase me. Otherwise, I'm just going to stay up. I mean, I'm kind of like, if you tell me to do something, I'm not going to do it. I mean, even David learned that by now. Don't say I have to do something because I just end up not doing it. Yeah, I mean, it is a nitty bitty one. It's what, 55.8 by 76. I mean, it's only about 56 centimeters wide. I mean, compared to the 70 centimeters, it's not very wide. Plus, there is a lot more color blocking. Even though I am single placing a whole lot of it, um, just because I love doing checkerboard. So I am pretty much single placing most of it. But because you have the same color in your tray for a longer time, it just goes tick, 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 tick. And then when I'm checkerboarding, I use my tweezers, so I don't, it's easier to be precise than when you're placing them in checkerboard with your pen. At least for me. I mean, I know we're different, but yeah. And I have been multi-placing as well. I mean, every now and then I'm go, okay, let me find my seven placer, and especially if I have larger areas where, yeah, if the last time I did it with the fairy dust, I had a larger section and I just went to town. And it's so funny because I think it was in one of the groups we were talking about how we set up our containers when we diamond paint. Do we do them by DMC or whatever? And you can't really see it, can you? I do them by numbers, then the uppercase and the lowercase, and then the symbols. So by now I know, where they are in the containers. So I don't really think about it. I go, oh, I have a uh, a heart symbol. Okay, I know that is in my tray over there, and I just grab it and go duck duck duck. But yeah, and it has, isn't it 83 colors? Yeah, so it isn't a few color one, but I have some of them where I'm like, I hope I don't have to use any more of that color because I really don't have. Which one was it? Was it the E? I mean, I don't have that many left. It's just the tiniest handful. And there was another one. Yeah, the the arrow down. I mean, there isn't really a whole lot left. And I think there is a few more colors where I go, I hope I'm not gonna use, I don't have to use very many more of these because I'm gonna run out. But I can see I do mostly have in the rest of it, I do mostly have some blues and some greens and a little purple. A whole lot of blue, which makes sense because I still have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 colors of blue left. So a lot of blue. And I'm pretty sure when I get down to all the blue, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's be done with it because that's gonna be too much of one color. Even though, there is about 10 different nuances of blue. But yeah. But beautiful. But yeah. I don't really I don't really have a whole lot today. Even though I should have, right? Because we haven't been speaking for 14 days. But if you saw my 2 videos this week, I would have told you about my Easter, and um, you had all my comment answer, the answers to your comments. I was like, ooh, I better do that one as a video of its own because otherwise I would have to do 2 or 3 of them, in women chats. But yeah, and I still need to figure out how to do that knitting video or knitting videos. That is still on the drawing board. The issue that I have is how, because I mean, ideas for the videos itself is there. I just need to figure out how to film so that you can see what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing. That that's kind of important as well, right? Because if I can't see what I'm doing, I'm gonna make mistakes. So that's what I'm working on right now. That is how. But eventually I'm gonna have a solution and everything will be fine. I just need to do some errors and trials and errors and successes. It's something like because I have my arm here and I'm kind of like, can it go down far enough? And that's the issue. That is how I'm gonna point it so that it can. I don't know. That is an issue. Or if I have to go find a tripod so that I can have it, in front of me, and then I can still. It's a thing. Because really I wanted. I had the idea, that I would have that I would use this one, but I don't know if you can see it. I can't really then, and it has limited movement. Not like this. I can turn it 360, but it has limited movement in this. Maybe. Oh, I just needed to get it all the way over here, maybe. See, I just need to talk to you and I find the solution. I need to try some things out. But yeah. Do you have anything we need to talk about today? Otherwise, this is going to be one of my shorter lives because I haven't really a whole lot to tell. It's been a quiet week, and Easter isn't a video, and yeah, it was kind of a busy Easter because we did something both Saturday and Sunday. Hi, Karen. How are you doing? Oh, that was a surprise for you to be in here. Well, then I'm going to stay a little longer so that you can chat as well. That's nice to see you here. It was so good to meet you yesterday in Auntie's live. If I remember correctly, you lived pretty close to Belgium, right? In the Netherlands. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I've been up way too early today, but except from that, I had a good day. My niece had a gymnastic recital today and she did great. Yeah, she was very proud of herself. And her mom and dad was there, so it was a good day. Yeah, the Netherlands, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah. It was funny yesterday. It's kind of like Haps. It's a small town. Do you know Haps is also a Danish word that means grasp? In the south of Holland. Okay. Yeah. It's so funny when you have a name of a city that means something completely different in another language. I wonder if people are just diamond painting or, you know, zoomed out. I hope you're diamond painting. All of you. Ooh, tell me what you're working on and tell me if you bought anything yesterday. See, that is a question I want to know. Did you get anything yesterday or this week? Did any of you get the autism diamond paintings? They were beautiful, both of them, but I'm not really into partials. But yeah, they were beautiful, and I love all the colors and stuff. And I didn't get anything yesterday. It's kind of interesting because usually I have at least one where I'm going, that one is going on my wish list. Brenda is coloring. Put your puzzle and three paintings aside for now. What are you coloring? I mean, are you freehand coloring or do you have coloring books? Karen is sitting. I wonder in Dutch, is this Karin in Dutch? Is sitting in the living room and in the back room, my son is celebrating his birthday with his friends. Happy birthday to your son, Karin. Coloring books of paisleys. Ooh, paisleys are beautiful. I have a bunch of mandalas over here that I sometimes paint. I haven't done it as much as I used to. Maybe I should go back into it. How old is your son, Colin? I mean, if he's celebrating alone with his friends, he has to be a little older. You haven't pulled them out in a long time, Randa? It is great, isn't it? I mean, I found all of mine when I cleaned up in here. I was like, ooh, I forgot how many I had. I even have some teeny tiny ones. Um, Hang on, get over here. These little, they're not very big. And then they are, you know, some of them are a little harder than I have. Uh, didn't we have any of the easy one in here? I'm not really sure. But I think one of these is one of the easier one because it isn't that confetti heavy. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, I mean, I have four in this size. They're all different. And then I have my crayons, and I use those. I also have these double-ended um, word disappeared. Double-ended. They're not crayons. Pencils, whatever they're called. But I need some thicker paper for that. But maybe I could just put some other paper under it. I don't know. But I enjoy doing those as well. And then I have my knitting. I do need to do all those cloths. This is the latest one that I did. I love the colors. And it's double right now. I can always see when I had them in the living room knitting because I can see cat hairs all over. They will be washed, of course. And I do need to weave in the ends. So, yeah. So many things to do. Oh, look at it. I have new eyes. See, I'm silly. But if you've been here a while, you know that I am kind of silly. I'm not one to take life too seriously, which is who I am. I think my husband is playing a computer game. Maybe. I can hear talking in the background, and it isn't him. Right, Rhonda, life's serious enough. With all my health issues, I don't need more seriousness in my life. I had a debate with my brother today because we have, um, again, I don't think that's something you have, but the Cancer Association has at least once a year, they go around knocking on people's doors to get donations. It is allowed if you have a permit. And they have those once or twice a year. So they come around knocking and asking for donations. But as my brother said, cancer is one of the most highlighted diseases, illnesses here in Denmark, at least, I think all over the world. But it isn't the largest groups of patients. Right now, the largest group in Denmark is arthritis in different varieties, but you don't get a lot of attention for those patients. Or if you have diabetes, those, but you can get help for those. What I said to him is what I would wish is for somebody to, get more research and attention on rare diseases. And I know there isn't a lot of money in it. I'm very aware of that. But how are we going to get more knowledge if it isn't researched or, whatever? But he's like, yeah, well, there isn't money in it. And it's like, I know, but, you need knowledge. I mean, I was, how old was I? I was 33 when I got my diagnosis. And basically, I was told, yeah, well, you're over 18, so we can't really do anything. And I'm like, well, thank you for nothing. So apparently, if you have a rare disease, you only get help if you're under 18. And I'm like, I have the same risks as everybody else. And the only reason that my health is in so bad a shape is because it wasn't found out when I was a child. But yeah. It's only because I'm stubborn as bleep that I got all the, oh, don't be Rhonda. It's just how it is. I mean, I got my um, um, heart examined, and I got my kidneys examined, and some of the things that is important. I still get an EKG every year because apparently people with Klippel-Feil syndrome can get heart disease out of nowhere for some reason. So I have those once a year, and they always look fine, which yay. I mean, I don't know what I would say if they came one day. We have found, like, darn it, another thing on top of it. But yeah, nah. And then I have the pain clinic. Oh, I talked to my pain nurse the other day. Yeah, the other day. And she was like, "So, how is the new doses?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, pretty much as it was on the old one. That's good." And she was like, "So, do you think there is anything else we can do for you?" I was like, "I don't know what you could do. I mean, basically, it's medication that I, you know, needed help with. So, if we get that more or less under control, I don't have anything else." So it's like, "Oh, so basically we're ready for you to be sent to your own doctors again." It's like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Well, we need you to be in the same dosage for, I don't know, at least a month or two. So you can get a doctor's appointment up here in May." It's like, goody, goody. So on the 7th of May, apparently, is my last appointment at the pain clinic. That means I've been up there almost a year and a half this time, right? A year and 3 or 4 months. Yeah. Karin, the research costs so much money that they choose the illness for the large group of people. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I mean, if you take all the rare diseases in one group, there is actually a big amount of people. And I know, there is some groups that are bigger than others, but yeah. How are you going to learn how to treat people if you don't know anything? I mean, when I got my diagnosis and I went back to my doctor, they looked at me and go, "You have what? I have never heard of that before." So yeah, it's it's a little, how am I supposed to know which help I need if you don't know? So I had to go online, look for international Facebook groups and forums and stuff like that to ask, okay, I'm a newly diagnosed. What am I to do? But yeah, and then I went back with websites and prints and whatever not, and went like, "So the people with this disease say I need this." And she went, "Well, what does the doctor say?" It's like, "Pretty much the same as you do, and never heard of it." Oh, I'm like, if you want to know what doctors say, please contact other doctors around the country, around the world. How am I supposed to know? I mean, I'm the patient, at least. I would think so. But no, if you have a rare disease, I'm supposed to be the doctor and the patient and the professor all at once. Do you think I can get paid? If I'm supposed to be the doctor, can I get the money that the doctor got? I don't think so. That's not how the world works, but yeah. I rarely go to the doctor anyway. I mean, they can't do anything. So it is, Karen, it is a lack of interest. And it is ridiculous. But then again, I mean, big groups Cancer, diabetes, chronic pain. Even that isn't really researched because that's what my brother and I was talking about. If you just take people with chronic pain as a group, it's enormous. It's almost 1 million people alone in Denmark, which consists of how many people are we now? Seven something million people. So it's a seventh, maybe, of the entire population that is a chronic pain patient. It's like, so why don't we do something? Why don't we research in how to help people? Do we need better medications? Do we need physio early in the early stages so that we can help them maybe release some of that pain so maybe some wouldn't end up with chronic pain. But again, it's it gives more prestige to look at cancer. And I know cancer sucks and cancer is important, but yeah, there is other disease groups as well. Sadly enough. But that's just my opinion. And I know not everybody agrees with me, which is fine. You don't have to. That's just, yeah, that's just me. And I know some of you all of my followers are like, you have rare diseases as well. I mean, yeah. Oh, I know, Karen, that there is a lot of research going on and it takes time to get there. But Lee, I was wondering where you are. Yay, everyone's giving me a thumbs up. I think, yeah, we were talking about research with different diseases, and I have my opinions that not everybody has to agree on. Sorry, soda gives me air. So that's what we were talking about, Lee. I missed all my taking out the trash and putting out all the snacks today. I was looking forward to getting some snacks, and there was nothing. I'm pulling your leg, okay? I just had to. So I had to take out the trash myself today. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Next time, Lee. Why were you running around? What did you do? Did you have lunch with Lenore? Or were you doing a live with Leopard Leatherworks? Or just chatting with Tim if he's home? He hasn't left for Germany yet, right? No. No. Are they going live today? I know Shay's going. Isn't she going live? Is Shay going live? I think she is. Thank you, Lee. Is Shay going live? Yep. Oh, right. That's the finale of the Mermaids and Magic today. Ooh, that's cool. Thank you, Lee. Oh, right. The eclipse. That's tomorrow, right? We won't see it over here. So I have to see it online. Yeah, how is Lenore feeling? Good. Spending time with Lenore is important. That is right. The eclipse. See, that's because we don't have it over here. I'm not really remembering when it is. But I know that a lot of people is traveling to see that. Karen, if I remember correctly, it's a full sun eclipse. So some places in Texas, it's gonna be dark. I mean, the sun is gonna be totally gone for a few minutes. Yeah. Oh, well, I hope it gets better really soonly. But yeah. So I mean, Shay will have a full solar eclipse tomorrow. I would love to see that. She's still singing. Well, then it isn't totally bad. I mean, if she can sing, it's gonna be good again. She can give you a home concert, or maybe they. Sorry, maybe one day she can do a Zoom call with David, and he can play the guitar. You had that over you, Karen, many years ago. You found it frightening because it got dark. We had a partial. Oh, I can't remember when. I think it was three quarters or something, 80%. And I found it so intriguing how you can just see the moon walk over, see how it's. I love that. And you can see the shape of the moon. It was so cool. Tomorrow at 2:45. Can you see it down where you are? I mean, yeah, PM. Yeah, 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 Karen. It was colder and the bird went quiet because it was night. It got nighttime for a minute, so they just stopped singing. It's yeah, I find it amazing, but it's kind of sad, that it isn't the same all over the world. I mean, but it's yeah. I was looking when's the next time that we have either a moon or solar eclipse over here, but I can't remember. 25, I think we have a moon eclipse, but not a full one. I think, but I love eclipses. We we had a moon one. Moon eclipses are more frequent than the solar ones, and I think we had one. I don't know, maybe 8, 9 years ago. So I got some 3D glasses and I went outside and I tried taking a picture, but the cameras back then wasn't as great. Yeah, maybe next time. It would be rather cool. I wonder how many people from Europe traveled to Texas to see it. I know that when we had that almost full one years ago, people came from other countries to see it. And I was like, huh. But yeah. I know that people are traveling in from all over the US, but I'm guessing other countries are coming too. I'm pretty sure I'll see it on TV tomorrow. But it is interesting. Eclipse. Lee, there is an entire pathway will be a full eclipse. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I think it was in one of Shay's lives, maybe 14 days ago. We were talking about it, and somebody put up a link where you could see the path of it. Interesting. You will have a partial moon eclipse on September 18th. Cool. I need to go online and look for it. Maybe I can do that. Maybe. Let's see. Eclipses, Denmark. Let's see. Ellipses, Denmark. eclipses in Denmark. Um. Oh, we stop it. We have a total lunar eclipse on the 7th of September 25. And then we have next total solar eclipse not visible before the year 2200. Oh dear. Oh, we will have a partial solar eclipse in 2025. And then on 18th of September, we will have a lunar eclipse as well. But not a full one, but yeah. Oh, absolutely done. I'm pretty sure that Danish TV. Karen, you have a full sun eclipse in 2026. See, that is. Um, no, we will have some close ones. We will have a very, very close one in 2029. Yeah. And we will have, yeah, no, we will have a close one in 26. Maybe the same as you do. Yeah. I don't know. I will be told. I'm pretty sure news will tell me whenever it's important to tell me. I mean, or I will find out when it's happening. I mean, that wouldn't be the first time. I mean, when was that? Was I still studying? I can't remember. It's years and years ago. Um, I was sitting and working on something, and then all of a sudden it got darker, and I was like, "What is going on?" So I went to an online newspaper and like, "Oh, we have a whatever eclipse." And I was like, "I didn't know that." And then I told David, and he was like, "You do know that it's been all over the news?" I might have missed it. Even back then, I wasn't a big fan of all the news. They were negative. I don't like negative news. I want to hear good things. I want to hear happy things, not all that sad stuff. But again, maybe just be me. I don't want to hear about war. I don't want to hear about sickness or, yeah. Maybe, Karen, we're going to be in the same path. When you have this full sun eclipse, we're going to be just on the edge of it. I don't know. I mean, it's 2 years out. I probably will have forgotten it by then. But yeah, I was up way, way too early. I got a PM from Dawn. Sorry, Dawn, I didn't see it. Mm. Oh, it wasn't a PM. Dawn, how much of it will you be able to see? Yes, two, if I was understood it correctly. And it was a rather big one, almost five on the Richter scale, 4 point something. Did you feel it? I know Christopher Colasso was kind of, I mean, surprised. And he said something like his Siri or something was telling him about the weather and the wind and whatnot, but not a peep about an earthquake in New Jersey, of all places. But I read somewhere that in that area, the tectonic, whatever they're called, plates are meeting in, several of them are meeting there. So that is kind of scary. I mean, the only time I was in an earthquake. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing, sweetie? The only time that I was in an earthquake, I never felt it because I was in a bus that was rumbling on these small mountain roads. So I never felt it. I was kind of disappointed. But yeah, then again, I mean, so that was two questions for you, Dawn. Can you see the eclipse in 4.2? I'm doing good, Michelle. Thank you. 4.2, right. I mean, I heard people were falling off their beds or their chairs or something and had to hold on to stuff on the walls. Nina, you're going to bed so you can get up early. It takes forever to get dressed to go out the door with only my left arm fully working. It's okay, sweetie. Sleep tight and good luck tomorrow. I hope it helps. Really, really. I do hope it helps. So, yeah. You felt it? So, was your entire house trembling, or I can't even imagine? I mean, I've seen pictures and videos, of course. I haven't even seen anything from the US. I haven't looked, but yeah. But yeah, I read that there were two of them, which is normal. Usually there is the big quake and then a bunch of smaller ones following. The big one that they had a few years ago in Turkey and Syria, there was like, if I remember correctly, two big ones and then almost 100 smaller ones in the following days. That was crazy. But then again, I mean, Turkey is pretty used to earthquakes, mostly smaller ones. 80% for the eclipse. That's cool. You need to take pictures and put online or videos. 80% is good. Sleep tight, Nina. 80%. I wonder if I looked at that one in 26, does it say how much? Not visible from Denmark, so why are you telling me? So then why tell me? Oh, just because I can't see the start and end. And it's in the evening on August. Oh, we'll be able to see it then. Okay. Hmm. The house trembled a little. Okay. Well, as long as nothing happened. I wonder, I need to go look that up. If people, really, really close by had damage to their houses and roads. I need to look that up. I haven't done that. No. Sometimes I forget, what I wanted to look up, and then a few days later I go, oh, it will ruin it? Even my phone? Hmm. Okay, well, maybe I can do something. Oh, I didn't know that. Then maybe I can take a picture through through one of those fancy glasses you can use. Maybe. I don't know. It's a long way out. There's a few years yet for our partial solar eclipse. I'm sorry. Maybe I need a nap by now. Or just more soda. Or the sugar will pep me up. I don't know. Anywho, we've been here a few hours and I need to fold some clothes before Shay goes live. So I think we're going to end it here for today. And then hopefully you will be back next Sunday for some more chitty chatty. And I will put up some videos this week. I know I'm going to put up the weapon chat, and then I'm probably going to put up one more about what I have no idea yet. But anywho, I will figure that out. So until my next video and until next Sunday, have a great week. Take care of each other and your families. And all of you Americans that can see the solar eclipse, take care of your eyes. No eye problems here, no damages. And tell me all about it next Sunday. I want to know. My diamond painting. Yeah. Yes. Have a great week. Take care. Love you all. And have a great week. Bye, everybody.